Okay. The boat's hidden well enough. I don't think anybody's coming this way. Well, what better island to do recon on than the one where we did recon the first time? Gave me a really good idea of the outpost, and we're close enough. What can I say? I'm a stickler for nostalgia. Ah, well. See anything yet? No chance you have an extra telescope on you, do you? Well, look at you. Aren't you just the most prepared intel operative ever? Oh, come on now. I have to give you a little bit of guff. You're still my first mate. It's still my job as captain. Yeah, it's in the contract. Didn't you read it? The captain must give the first mate a fair amount of guff. Keep them, on the straight and narrow. Isn't that just the truth? We're pirates. We're never on the straight and narrow. No, don't worry. Nobody's gonna find the ship. I had Dorian take it a couple miles away. He'll come pick us up after nightfall. Well, yeah, when I say pick us up, I mean meet us where he dropped us off. We'll have to paddle back. Well, the way I figure it, it made more sense to paddle about 1.5 miles and not be near a big giant pirate ship. They do kind of draw attention after all. Yeah, something about the big sails and, the pirate flag and all that. The E.I.C doesn't tend to look favorably upon them. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of leaving the ship either, but Dorian knows what he's doing. He used to be a sailor. He just prefers the quartermaster lifestyle a little better. Better money, more comfortable digs, that whole thing. True. He's no captain or first mate. I mean, I'd rather have left the boat with Duncan, but he's a captain himself now. Can't exactly get him to hop off his ship and come help us. Well, now I couldn't leave the boat with you, now could I? You had to come with me for intel. If the first mate and the captain are gone, the next in charge is the quartermaster. Well, yeah, in matters of war and, sailing the actual ship. Pirate hierarchy is insane, I know, but he's the best choice I had in the moment. No, I'm not wishing Duncan was still on the ship. Don't get me wrong, I love Duncan like a brother, but he needs to be where he needs to be. By the gods, I do not wish for him to be my first mate again. You are a damn fine first mate. You are. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna say who's better or worse. I'm not that stupid. I'm plenty stupid in my own right, but I'm not that stupid. All I'll say is you come with some fringe benefits that Duncan never had. Well, you're a damn sight easier on the eyes than Duncan, and I didn't get to see Duncan naked on the regular, so there's that at least. Come on, you have to admit, you walked right into it. I don't exactly have a problem with you being my first mate, don't you worry. You're damn good at it. And to be fair with where we are right now, I'd rather have you. I mean, if you want to get naked right now, you could. I wouldn't have any, bone of contention against that. Come on, it's all in good fun. I did enjoy watching you row the boat over here, though. Something about the way you moved and the occasional grunts and gasps. It does get a man's mind to wandering. Oh, I did enjoy the show. And don't worry, you'll enjoy the show on the way back. Ah, fair is fair. I'll paddle. Yeah, but as much fun as it is thinking about you and I, later on, let's focus on the here and now. Yeah, let's take a look. Yep. This place is still as heavily guarded as ever. Well, I hoped maybe something had changed, but clearly it hasn't. A man can dream. Okay. 4 very big guard towers on the corners of this place. Had to make it look like a fortress, didn't y'all? It looks like there's another 2 guard towers right in the center. And all that cannonade. Yeah. Line of cannons directly at the top, line of cannons directly at the very bottom. This entire facility can put out some massive hurt. Don't get me wrong, I want to hit it. It would help us a great deal. No, I'm not rethinking it per se. I'm just confused how anybody gets near this thing. Can I ask you a question? When you and I first met, you showed me a bag of E.I.C credit. You said your brother got it from this place. Was he physically on the island? Because if he was physically on the island, the question I have to ask is, how did he get on? Because knowing that would give us an edge. What did he do, swim? You're kidding, he swam that. We're almost a half-mile off from this island, and it is the closest land near them. How the hell did he swim that? I would have loved to have met your brother. Clearly he was related to Poseidon somehow. Doesn't matter. Can't swim that many people up to the island. Frontal assault is probably out. Well, as much as I believe in my ship and our crew, we're outgunned 5-1. We'd be nothing but a bit of splinters in a memory by the time they were done with us. No, we're not going to be able to do this from the water. At least not at first. Okay, look at the walls, especially the first level of walls. They don't have many guards patrolling, but they have to have a decently sized garrison somewhere on this island. With that many cannons, you're not going to have people running from cannon to cannon to cannon just to fire the damn things. You want people. There's a garrison. There has to be a way to get supplies in and out relatively easily. I'm not seeing any docks. You're right. Also, there has to be a place for them to load and unload the ill-gotten gains of the E.I.C. They're corporate for the crown. The way I see it, everything is ill-gotten gains when it's in their hands. Okay. So somewhere on this island, there has to be a loading bay, for lack of a better term. Well, from our limited vantage point here, my gut would tell me it's on the southern end, considering we're on the north and I can't see anything on this side, can't see anything on the east. South or west, and my gut would tell me south. There's less islands that way, less debris. You can bring a ship up nice and close, and then, if you had to, you could pull it into dock, or bay as this is. No, you're not wrong. That is, if they actually bring ships in. They may have a guarded bay and people have to bring dinghies back and forth. World's worst shuttle service. That could be a good point of ingress for us, though. Figure out a way to swim 10, maybe 15 of us up to that. Get in. Subdue people quietly, very quietly. If we could get the garrison under control before we went loud, they'd never be able to stop us. Well, like I said, there has to be a garrison, but it's not going to be a big garrison, just enough for the cannons. You don't want too many people knowing about this place, its armament, its complement, especially what it carries. Yeah, we can use that in our favor. We have to find a way to get 10 or 15 people onto the southern side of this island. Even if it has a gate on it, we could swim right under it. They're not going to have it lower past pretty much the surface of the water. That could work. It's just, how do we get the men there? I have a crazy idea. Dorian would love to hate it. Because it's Dorian and that's just him. Yeah. I think we have all we need. You counted heads, right? Good, and I counted cannons, so I think we've got this. We need to get back to the ship. Yeah, you're right. They don't come and pick us up until nightfall. Well, I mean, we could sit here and continue watching, see if we see anything different, but I don't really think we are. Well, on the other side of the island, right about where I hid the boat, there's a really nice beach. Fruit trees, some shade, some sun. Good place to while away a few hours. Well, I don't know about you, but lying around on a beach eating coconuts does not sound like a bad way to spend the rest of the day. And to be fair, with everything we've been through, I think we've earned it. You think I did? I have no bathing attire whatsoever, and that doesn't bother me in the least. Well, I think by now you should know I really don't get bothered by you in a state of undress. What do you say? Feel like spending a few hours on the beach with me? Oh, yes. Clothing is very optional. Yeah, come on. Let's get out of here.